Dr. Blankenstein here. What's going on? On day one of putting together my entry for the Moog 3rd Annual Circuit Bending Challenge. You see here, August 28th, 5:46 p.m. and my laptop battery is dead. So, that's what we've learned so far. I'm ordering 5 10-second voice recordable modules, also known as recordable greeting cards. Alright, so you can see, ordered them just now, and our estimated delivery is September 14th to September 27th, and works out really good considering the contest is over at September 24th. So, leaving myself a really large window for error here with a project that only exists in my brain so far. 3 of these greeting cards over here. I'm gonna mod the daylights out of this. I'm pretty good with these greeting cards. So I'm sure they'll have a really wide pitch range for each sample. We're gonna run out these microphones here. I don't know, maybe leave them as microphones, or maybe those will become inputs. Plug in some microphones for taking the samples, so we can take some live samples for each of the 3 samplers, which will be in 1 unit, of course. And then I'm probably going to run a delay unit on a light dependent resistor at the back end of that, and hook up some lights on that also, so that you can move your hand and kind of control the delays coming from the samples. So you hit the momentaries and hear a slapback delay. That's about it right now. I mean, that's how it is in my head. Part 1. And see you on the next video. Something like that. Bye. Dr. Blankenstein, 3:15. Should be sleeping. I think I woke the dogs up. Anyway, I'm whispering. I definitely woke the dogs up. Moog contest update. So we decided against the delay. I think it's a little too erratic for the circuit that we're going for. I'm going to go for the same kind of ring modulator that I have in the Limeringer. It's my Coca-Cola. It's crucial. Adds life. My badness. Blowing up. My lab coat. Some copper over here. Thanks. Yep. And his piece is just finished. And my lab assistant. This is the wacky professor. Say hi, Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Put some in our order here for some parts. Taking stock of what we're gonna need. This piece is just finished. Little diagrams over here. All right, so let's say it's 3 days into it. 3 days into it. 3 days into it. Here we are, September 7th, 3 p.m. Dr. Blankenstein here. So we finally got from China our sampler units, which are actually 10-second voice memo recording modules. get a bunch of them, and they thought it was a good idea to put hot glue over all of the wire connections on the PCB. So apparently now the next 30 minutes of my life is going to be spent using my fingernails to get this glue off. Alright, an hour plus later, done removing all the glue, minus a little bit. It's almost 4:20. I need a break. So what I started on, and I'll show you, is this is one of the sample units that I had showed you earlier that I had also ordered from overseas. And you see what I did was I glued the board down because these pads are really sensitive. These little micro resistors, which I hate, by the way. I mean, I like some chunky resistors. These things are, this whole hair dryer soldering thing, I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, so here you go. We got our glued down to a Vera board, and I'm taking all of the outs, everything, and I'm jumping right out to a strip. So we found the pitch resistor, which was my intention. You can see we got our just ground going out there, power, killed all the batteries so that we could run 9 volt, which of course is going to need a limiting resistor to get down to about 5 volts, which is what these suckers take. Now this I'm not actually probably going to use in the contest, because the idea is I got 3 or 4 more of these things right here. So there's everything going on. I'll explain that in a second. We got 4 more of these things. I'm going to take 3 of them in line on a bigger board. I'm going to glue 3 of them down. I'm running out all those little micro pads the same way. Some of them are going to get connected, like a microphone input. Could probably have a 1/4 inch input. Input select. For the sampler, if we're going to use the microphone, which I'm probably going to run all 3 samplers into one microphone. They'll sample one at a time, obviously, but they could all share one mic. No point in having 3 mics. Line input worked great. No voltage being sent through. I've had that happen before with these little thrown together circuits that you're modifying here. So this one, just for test purposes, I put an 1/8 inch on it. I'm probably going to put a 1/4 inch also. I don't know what kind of on-the-fly sampling we'll be doing, so figured put a microphone, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. Why not have it all? It's all here. So alright, so then it got a little funky but fun, because this circuit, a little bit of a surprise, is set as a one-shot, and that's cool. I'm into a one-shot, hit it, sample keeps playing, but I definitely wanted some momentary because I like the stutter effects. And I think all 3 of the samples are going to sound really cool when you can, almost like piano. So I hear it in my head, actually. I don't know if it's going to actually sound like that. It probably won't. But, so here's the momentary on. So that's the beep, 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 beep. One shot. I'm going to plug it in, actually, so I don't really know why I'm humming. The input selector, which lets you pick from mic or an actual line input, like this. Get away. This 1/4 inch. Then one shot mode is also, it's like if we're one shot or momentary, chooses between this button or that button. And then there's sample mode. Sample mode, and I have that labeled momentary. It's incorrect. It should just be sample mode, play mode. I don't know what I was thinking. But, and an LED, you know, for knowing when the sample is, your 10 seconds are over. 10-second sample. So let's plug her in, and I'll show you a couple seconds of how she works. Here is our test circuit, just to make sure we have everything in control with one sampler. I figured why not test it with the Google Moog Doodle. Gonna plug her into our sampler, and without any further ado, let's play the 5 tones. Okay, that should be sampled. Alright. Pitch adjust. Go into momentary mode. It'll allow us to play some quick samples. So, if worst case basis goes, I'm gonna probably run off of just this actual test unit. Which just was really just to make sure everything was going to work the way I expected it to, which it did. It worked quite well, actually, the way that I wanted it to work. So if we had 3 of these in the line, it's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be a pretty big piece, actually. It's probably one of the larger, more things coming out of this than my pieces usually have. I've started. I'm going to take off the battery plates like I did on my example board that I'm building 3 of these suckers onto one of these. Right, all 3 of those suckers hot glued. The speakers have been removed. Okay, here I am, doing something potentially really stupid, or potentially really ingenious. We'll see. Let's going. Alright, so we're heating up skillet over here. There's my copper clad board with the design on it. There's a lot of heat coming off this thing right now. I'm gonna try to cook this plastic on here. That's hot. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Alright. There's nothing potentially explosive, so cooking that board now. Kinda hard to do with one hand. So I'll show you what's going on here a little bit. Let's hope that's working. Alright. I reverse the iron. Why not, right? So we're etching our printed circuit board here on the skillet that my lady made me a grilled cheese on earlier today. So my acetone, steel wool, my Chinese etchant powder, copper board. You mix some of this stuff up over here. So far I'm pretty stoked that I went with the eco-friendly etchant solution. It's pretty blue. The board's coming out good. Got a couple of spots. I just checked it. We'll be popping around in a second. Listening to Square Pusher. I'm not kissing ass. I actually listen to Square Pusher. Been listening to Square Pusher for probably 11 years now. Dark, intelligent music, rubber gloves, trays of solvents, things soaking, acids. I feel like an episode of Breaking Bad or something. Almost getting done with this board here. Alright, so here's the mic input jumping all the way across. To go to a mic or input switch over here, which I've routed out. The ground's already set up to go. Just removed the record. Momentary is going here, here, and here. See, it's all kind of turned into one chip at this point. It's pretty serious. It's a freaking Moog mess on this desk. This is all the Moog contest right here. I guess weeks worth of work, right? No, it was, but that's a mess. Drilling your circuit boards is not a Manhattan kind of project. I have no choice. I have no garage. I work where I eat, where I sleep. See you later. More updates. My first circuit board. Drilled out. Etched. Designed. Just gonna be populated. Looking good.
Tell me something about Bob Moog. Well, you see, Bob Moog was a genius who made synthesizers.
Nice. Triple sample oscillator right here. Gonna start wiring her out. Leon is getting larger. Looking good. About halfway through the wiring. If you want something to work the way you want it to work, you gotta do a lot of wiring. That's what I'm learning. I like to leave my wires long, so I'm not sure what I'm doing with the case here. But this board's looking really sweet. I'm really digging it. Can't wait to finish building it. Should be done by the end of today. Alright, that's it. Sample board's done. And we're starting to populate the circuit board that I designed. I'm gonna make these two suckers come together. Almost exactly 1 week away from the deadline. Putting in the last couple wires over here these are actually for the light sensor, which I'm not gonna attach yet. I'm not gonna do the LEDs yet either, because I just bought the stuff I'm gonna use to make my LED fixture. I gotta set that up. I gotta glue all that together. This thing's a lot of work. It's kind of crazy. Wiring! Oh my god! Probably close to 60 feet of wire. Quite a beast. Now we're gonna take this stuff over here. It's looking a little heavy. I'll tilt my piece over. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna make a light fixture, light tube, weird thing. It's got a ton of things going on over here. Dremels, drills, Dremel heads. It's pretty out of control. So what I've been doing is painstakingly, I glued the top of my light tube together. I was going to attach that with this brass, I don't know, coupling, a joiner, I don't know what you call them. But it was really heavy, and it's not that large of a project box, although it's gonna get some weight when the piece is inside of it. But it doesn't have a battery, so it doesn't have that weight. I don't want it tipping over or being awkward. Other thing I'm doing here is pretty intensive. I cut out this circular piece of plexiglass, and I got that to fit perfectly inside this. This is gonna have 2 of the LEDs that are gonna shine from the top. You'll see more of that later. And this one over here is gonna go pointing upwards, and then I've routed out the inside of the plastic in here so that one of my jumbo 5mm LEDs will fit perfectly inside of it, and glue that up together, and that's nice. I really like the way that came out. Kind of UFO-ish. Yep, creativity is messy. I'm done for today. I gotta clean up. The woman's gonna be home. Okay, something has just come to my attention here. That I'd like to say it wasn't on purpose. It may seem like it was on purpose, but it wasn't on purpose. So, I took a look at the piece, and apparently I cut all the knobs and sliders. Upside down crosses. Not on purpose. Designing the face. Kind of just going with it. Some classic colors. No real plan. Here's that big heavy piece of steel that I was going to connect the top of the light tube with, which I canceled on. I just connected them, shortened the distance, lightened it up a little bit. I'm going to reinforce that with some polyurethane. We got the first coats here, looking nice, coming together. Got the word sanded off of the tube here, and now we're working on this top piece, also sanded that, and we're cutting lots of little stripes. And we'll see, check out what happens with that. That's complete. Took a lot longer than I would have liked to spend on this piece, but if you want it to come out good, you gotta spend time on it. Drying the microphone over here. Gotta be resourceful. See, my robot projects help support my music projects. Thank you, robot. Thank you. Shh, it's really late. Last coat of polyurethane. There's stripes again. Microphone. Parts over there. Tomorrow we assemble it and play with it. Yeah, last day of assembling. Hopefully you're going to be doing the demo later. Here we are. Still some pieces missing, as you can see, but we are assembling. This is the assembling mess. The light tube's over here. Top one at least, all wired up, ready to be put in. Leon's getting larger. Ugh. 3 things that suck. A, running out of electrical tape in the middle of a build. B, being really lazy and in the middle of a build. C, having to use white generic duct tape. But this is hardcore, you know. The GoogaMooga is complete. Hello, GoogaMooga. Take a look. 3-part sampler. Let's turn her on. Let's turn on the lights. Nice. Here we are at the end of this little film. We're out of time and our piece is done. Here she is. We're gonna do a quick walkthrough here and then we'll do a quick demo and we'll wrap it up. Got our 3 samplers. Here's our record buttons for the samplers. This activates them. This puts it into one-shot mode or a momentary, depending on which you switch it at. We have body contacts to control the pitch of the sample, as well as a pitch knob. If we run over here at the tube, we got light coming up, light coming down, and our light-dependent resistor, light sensor over here, which is going to control the ring modulator section over here. We can turn it on and off, and that can be controlled with motion or by this knob right here. Of course, we have our volume over here on our side, output, turnkey. I thought, keeping with the Star Trek theme, kind of Blue Man Group, I don't know, kind of vintage, I guess. Got some vintage colors, sort of. Okay, demo time. Got our GoogaMooga and we got our Google Doodle. First things first, let's turn her on. Okay, we're going to take a sample right now. We're not going to hear anything because we're plugged in direct. I'm just going to play a random riff here. Okay, let's play back that sample. We can now control the pitch. Alright, we can also control the pitch with the body contacts. Okay, let's take our second sample. Sample button. Light turns on. Okay, a little Google riff. Play a little Moog riff right there. Then we can control the pitch over here. Or the body contacts. Now it gets really exciting. We have a ring modulator up here. We turn that on. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. That can be controlled from the knob. Now the ring modulator can also be controlled via motion. Single note. We'll take another note over here. And then one more high-pitched sample over here. Play with the momentary buttons. See, the momentary buttons can be a lot of fun. So momentary mode really allows you to perform whatever you sampled, kind of like a keyboard, you know. Well, that's it. This is Drew Blank, Dr. Blankenstein. Thanks for taking the journey with me to create the GoogaMooga. It was a lot of fun creating it. I think it came out pretty nice. It goes without saying that Moog has been a huge influence on me, as it's been for countless number of musicians and producers world over for the past 4 decades. It would be an honor to be there at Moogfest and to show off my piece to you guys. I really hope to see you there.